And basically what that means is that my ancestors put like clausules in the will to prevent us doing plastic surgery or using the money for plastic surgeries or buying like what they call luxury brands. We are not allowed to spend the money on, for example, Dolce Gabbana, Chanel, Dior, these things. We are not allowed to use the money for plastic surgery, and we are not allowed to change our looks. So we are supposed to age gracefully and naturally. So literally everything about me is natural, and I make fun about my BBL and breast augmentations in all these days in previous videos, but everything is natural. I just have really good bras and I sport a lot. So that's it. So that means just because I am beneficiary of the inheritance doesn't mean that I can do whatever I want with the money. So I remember when we were young, we had like personals at home. We had like a driver, a cleaner, we had a cook, a gardener. We had someone who does the clothes. So my grandmother never bought any clothes that is from what they call luxurious brands. So my grandmother was just someone who was creative, and she designed her own clothes. And at some point, my granddad said that you are a princess, you're not supposed to use your hands to work, so I will hire a. So basically, my grandfather made sure that there was a lady who made her clothes for her. So my grandmother came up with these ideas of nice dresses. She made a drawing, artistic drawing, and then she worked with this designer and couturier who would make these dresses for her. And that's what happened. So we grew up like that. Well, my grandmother wanted us to have new clothes, and she just drew it and said, gave it to the designer and couturier, and the couturier made it for us. So I grew up with workers at home, so that's what I am used to live with. So yeah, I never heard at home my grandmother or my family member talk about plastic surgeries or designer clothes or expensive stuff. Never. So we were raised at home with a lot of self-respect and high value. People of the lower class usually call us like, you're full of yourself. I don't think we are full of ourselves. I think that we know our value. And of course, at some point, we are humans and we do forget that we have values, and we do connect with the wrong people. We do have relationships with the wrong men. We do have friendships with the wrong people. But then at some point, the basis, the foundation of our personality is set already from childhood, from birth actually. So we have like all these lessons, like etiquette lessons. We need to learn how to walk. We need to learn how to play instruments. I had private lesson in music, in singing lessons and piano lessons. So and I remember we had like these etiquette lessons, and from my childhood, we repeated every stage of our lives because our ancestors invest in our education, and education is not only the education we get from school, but the etiquette education at home. So they pay a tutor to come and give us private lessons at home. So one thing that I remember since childhood is that there are three things when we have discussions with a person. We don't threat, we don't insult, and we don't physically attack. So whenever I'm in a discussion with people and it's escalate, I'm not allowed to threat them. I'm gonna do bad things to you, or I'm not allowed to insult them. You're a bitch and a hoe, and I'm not allowed to attack them physically. Bam, bam, bam. So basically, and of course, we are not allowed to connect with people who will bring us that low that we start to do these things. If people trigger us to behave like that, then we lose ourselves, we step out of character, we are supposed to disconnect with these people. And then take responsibility to ourselves and say, why did I do that? Why did I step out of character? Why did I connect with this person who make me feel like this and react like this? These are not people for me. So yes, I did in the past insult people, and I did had physical fights. I retaliate when insulted, and I retaliated when hit. So of course we are taught not to attack first, not to insult first, or at least not to attack, not to insult, not to threaten. But we are also not allowed to do. I remember a long time ago, I was in a bad place. And of course, instead of taking time to heal from the traumatic experiences I went, I just decided to date. And dating in this kind of emotionally stage is a horrible choice to do. It's a horrible thing. This is the worst thing you can do. So what happened is that me being in a bad emotional state attracted a man in a bad emotional stage. And of course, attract is one thing, but choosing is another thing. I chose to interact with this person because of course I wanted to get married, and I was decided to get to know this man for marriage. And so of course I wasn't ready, and that man wasn't ready. So the man wasn't ready. And of course, I ignored all the possible red flags. From the first time I met this man for the first date, I ignored the red flags. The man showed me literally every red flag there is in the red flag book. And I ignored it because I wanted to get married. And I was like, ah, I didn't hear it well. I think I'm half deaf because did he say that? No, he did not say that. I was convincing myself that he did not say that, and I'm okay. No, he didn't mean it like that. Maybe he's clumsy, and yeah, but no, it was not clumsy. He said that it was a red flag, and I ignored it. Yes, I'm with my stupid, sad mood ignored